Awesome. Can everybody see?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. COVID-19 has been a distressing and very unexpected, unwelcome visitor to everyone's lives in 2020. I think we can all admit that none of us were prepared for it, physically, financially, and especially mentally. As a child, I was always quite shy and rather anxious. Friends and family nicknamed me the koala because I would literally cling to my mother's leg for fear of being separated and left to deal with the big, wide, and very scary world. This mentality followed me into my teenage and adult years, and it affected every area of my life. My anxiety negatively influenced the way I interacted with other people, my self-esteem, and performance both in study and the workplace. If I wasn't in a good headspace, I wasn't able to engage in the things I wanted to achieve in life and nor in the wider world. To put my experience into perspective, studies have shown 1 in 8 Australians is currently experiencing high or very high psychological distress. Furthermore, 1 in 5 Australians have taken time off work in the past 12 months because they felt stressed, anxious, depressed, or mentally unhealthy. It's a shared experience that also came across in my user interviews. Norman said, "Because I'm stressed, I make mistakes, I can't do things as well as I normally do." Eileen mentioned, "When you worry about something and when you're not happy, you can't concentrate on what you should be doing." It wasn't until I stumbled across some random self-help book at the library that I realized that I wasn't alone. I wasn't damaged in any way, and that there was a fountain of knowledge out there on how to look after my own mental health. In books, podcasts, all over the internet, free help is out there. It got me thinking, okay, so I'm not the only one that goes through these things. Do other people already know about these resources? Going back to my original point, COVID-19 has been a game changer for many reasons, a catalyst of sorts for mental health. If you weren't already aware of the importance of self-care, the hardships and uncertainties of the past few months has certainly put it front and center stage. What if people had access to more resources, were given the appropriate tools to deal with challenges in life for when shit hits the fan, i.e. the year that is 2020? Ideally, we would learn and practice techniques that would serve as vital life skills, building up our mental toolbox and creating a framework to turn to in uncertainty. Looking out there, there's already a wealth of knowledge, free, resourceful, and in the case of the internet, available 24/7. So how come people are still experiencing these issues, feeling helpless about it, and not engaging with the information that's available? We exercise to keep physically fit, eat nutritious foods to nourish our bodies. But why don't we prioritize the health of our own minds? Talking to people, the general consensus was that everyone agreed mental well-being was important, but most people weren't actively looking for information or even aware that it was out there. From my user interviews, Jamin said, "It's good to be aware of skills or techniques you can use to improve mental health when you need it. You have that coping mechanism, or at least a framework to go to, especially when you're in a situation you're not sure about. I haven't done any myself though." There was a shared feeling that to look for mental health information equated to being ill or damaged in some way. There was a feeling of embarrassment or shame attached to it, the stigma of mental illness. Again, from my user interviews, Alan mentioned, we come across people that are brilliant problem solvers, but they don't have the self-awareness to address the things that they might personally be struggling with. I think that just comes down to the stigma behind mental health. Nobody wants to admit they've got a mental health problem. Furthermore, people weren't really interested in using wellness apps that tracked your mood or sleep because they felt like it would add to the mental clutter, having to learn how to use and maintain it. So what if we presented the information in a more friendly, casual, and appealing manner? What if we changed the way the resources were packaged to attract a wider audience? Many of the existing mental health websites out there can be quite intimidating. So I thought, let's take it down a notch, keep it low-key and casual, work towards normalizing mental health issues. Could we make it easier for people to access and digest practical advice? Could we make it more inviting and interesting? Mind Over Matter is an online hub of lifestyle articles and resources geared towards mental health. Updated regularly with activities, recommendations, and more, it aims to inform, entertain, comfort, support, and offer people the opportunity to strengthen their mental well-being. It seeks to encourage a new normal where people feel comfortable in sharing their feelings and what they're going through, whereby self-care is a part of our daily landscape, as mundane as brushing your teeth, as casual as chatting about the latest Netflix show you're watching. Taking a holistic approach to mental well-being, Mind Over Matter creates engaging content that covers a wide spectrum, from sleep, exercise and nutrition, to the latest exhibition openings, new music albums to listen to, gigs to attend, recipes to cook. It takes into consideration the areas that people considered important to their mental well-being, as well as information they'd like to see more of. With a goal to align action with awareness, the platform features different content avenues to engage viewers, such as a podcast, online magazine, and interviews with musicians, artists, and athletes who share their personal experiences with mental health issues. There are app comparisons for those wanting to weigh up one meditation app from another, as well as event listings to encourage you to stay active, meet other people, and learn new things. There's also a map to locate the nearest free mental health services. To personalize the experience, users have the ability to create their own profile on the site, saving articles and building their own resource library, adding future events and subsequent reminders to their calendar. Going forward, Mind Over Matter aims to continue updating and creating relevant content, in particular, a focus on providing support during the COVID-19 pandemic, with information on finding employment and managing financial hardship, maintaining a sense of community, and curated tips to help you take care of yourself and others. We look to champion inclusiveness and accessibility because that is core to what Mind Over Matter is about, making sure mental health support is available to anyone and everyone. We exist to help you be your best, because your mind, my mind, everybody's minds collectively matter, and we can all learn to put mind over matter. Thank you.